Hey friends, Christy here with Little Roots Ranch, and today we're going to talk about how much money I made on YouTube in 2024. Now, as a gardening channel, this is my normal content. However, I really like being transparent. I also want to say thank you, and I also want to share because each penny that I've made has been from viewers like you watching my content, and then of course liking or commenting or sharing or anything like that. So the very first message is a very big thank you. And also, just so you know, I am a self-made 100 heir, and I don't want you to be jealous. No, I'm kidding. It's really not that much, but I still wanted to share just because I know that. And especially I see some channels sharing and, several thousand a month, and that's most definitely not me. But I know that a few of you are wanting to do your own channels in either the same market or niche, like gardening or other markets or other types of videos or whatever. And so I just want to share. So a few random things. Obviously, gardening channel in the Pacific Northwest, which is the best place to garden in my opinion. I started doing YouTube during the pandemic, I think, was my first video in 2020. Not a whole lot. It was very slow going. And in order to monetize, you had to have, oh man, I hardly remember. I think it's 2,000, maybe 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the past 365 days. And so it took me, I think, about a year or so to get monetized. Getting to the first 100 was the absolute hardest, and then first 100 subscribers. And that's organic, by the way. If you're starting a channel, you don't want to do like pay for subscriber, have your friends, because you do want the algorithm to truly pick up on people who would actually be most likely to watch your video. And so anyways, getting the first 100 was the hardest. And then after there, it's done a pretty good job of taking off. Last year I didn't make as many videos as I would have liked, just because life got in the way, and I don't think I talked too much about it, but there was a flood, and so I was out of my house for 6 months, and then 4 of my family members passed away, and then I got skin cancer. I will do a video on that separately. But so it's been a really rough year for me, and I think I averaged approximately 1, maybe 2 videos a month, and I'm hoping to make more videos this year. But I just wanted to kind of give the background. When last year, which is 2024, ended, I think I was just about to cross 7,000 subscribers, I think. Just to kind of give you a reference, my videos are usually about 20 minutes, and they're all about gardening. So that's kind of just a little bit of background information before I go over the actual numbers and how much I made. One thing to note is that unless you make $100 in a month, you will not get paid out. And so I had that a few times, meaning that I'll have months where I quote unquote made nothing, but then that gets carried over to the next month. So I think I have 3 months that did that. My slowest period is obviously the end of the year. So it includes January, December, November even. And of course it really picks up about February, because that's when, we're all starting to get things going into the ground. I'm trying to think of any other, the other thing I was gonna say is for YouTube, all the money comes from, I think I've had a few super comments where a few of you have left like a few dollars in your comment, and that's always exciting, of course, but that's not generally the norm. And I don't have a subscriber program, so all of my earnings come from watching like the ads, either the beginning of the video or mid-reel or whatever. And that's all of my income. I think that perhaps more savvy YouTubers, they do like partnership deals and stuff like that. And as of so far, I have not done any partnership deals. I've been contacted a few times, or actually several times, but I generally, if I don't use the product or I don't feel like it would be a good product, then I don't really go with it. I saw one actually recently about 2 weeks ago, and I actually thought that their product, oh, sorry, no, honey. Sorry, my cat's trying to jump up on me. I saw, it was like seedling starting trays, and actually I thought that they might be a pretty good idea, like reading through it, but the price was limiting. So for one tray, it was $55. And I didn't feel, even if they were amazing, like that's too wild to me, like as far as price. Obviously they would give me the trays at no cost, and then I would earn a percentage. I think it was like 7.5% commission on each one sold with a code. But I didn't feel like that feels steep, because nobody starts like one tray of seed starts. I did like the methodology of it with like the air pruning, which that's why I like soil blocks for that same reason. But so anyways, long story short, I haven't done any brand deals thus far. And I did think about making like t-shirts or sweaters with like Pacific Northwest, but I'm not very artistic, so I don't know. I definitely have thought about that in my head, just because all of us are obsessed with the Pacific Northwest. But long short of that, I have not done anything. So none of the numbers I'm going to share involve any of those types of things. But okay, so I'm going to go through, and I wrote them down so that I don't forget them, because usually on my phone, but I'm filming with my phone. So, okay. Now for January, the total was $0. So remember I explained earlier that if I don't, AdSense is the group that does like pays the money for the ads on YouTube. And so if you don't hit that $100 threshold, then they don't pay you anything. So January was technically $0, which means February was a little bit larger at $201.41. And then March was $159.54. And April was $123.23. May was $102.97. June, $0 again, which is kind of funny. I definitely was not making any videos because that's when I was just barely able to move back to the farm. Oh, it was a rough year. But anyway, so $0 in June. And then July was $215.37. August is $107.80. September was $111.37. October was $0 again. November was $140.84. And December, $0 again. And so January, June, October, and December, 4 months, I didn't make the $100 threshold. And then all of those were followed by $200 months. But so on average, I think I'm making about $100 or so a month, which is a nice little addition. You know, obviously I'm always looking to grow, but I do like that. For my grand total for 2024 of what I made on YouTube was $1,162.53. And I'll tell you one quick story and then I'll let you go. My best performing video, far and wide, maybe not the one that's brought me the most subscribers, but definitely the most money, the most views. I think it's got like 30,000 views or something like that. It's like a 2-minute video. So I had made a video on how to make plum jam. And one of you had asked, I couldn't really see the gel, like gel stage is when you're making jam and it has to be consistency. It has to get to before you can can it. Honey, I'm making a video, hold on. And, oh, you okay? Okay. And so but it's kind of hard, like when you're brand new, to know what that consistency is. And so one of you had commented saying, hey, I can't really see it. And so I was going to be making another batch of plum jam the very next day. And I was like, you know what? I'll just do a quick little video. It's literally 2 minutes and 9 seconds. And where I show a few different, like the spoon method and the plate method for telling when your jam's ready. And that little guy, that little video has been my most watched every month, especially during jam season. It goes wild. But I always think it's funny that it's my smallest, least effort video, and has been the biggest viewed one. But anyways, so again, my 100 air earnings, $1,162.53. And I did want to thank all of you, because watching and commenting and liking, those things help me, and it helps, as we all know, farming is such a lucrative profession. And so having a little bit more extra money in my pocket for making these videos and getting to know all of you and sharing information and creating a community, I really like that. So thank you. And I guess pretty soon we got to get our seeds in the ground. But anyways, thank you for watching. Happy gardening. Bye.